The worst fears of the Arab world were right. We're not leaving Iraq ever. We're setting up a permanent U.S. security pact with the government in Baghdad and sticking to it. President Bush has briefed news people that he will call tonight for a permanent U.S. security pact with the government in Baghdad. Our protection of that government will henceforth be similar, he said, to the U.S. military presence along the DMZ in Korea. We will guard the weak new government in Iraq with the same degree of commitment as we do the government in Seoul.
This vision for a reduced American presence also has the support of Iraqi leaders from all communities. At the same time, they understand that their success will require U.S. political, economic, and security engagement that extends beyond my presidency. These Iraqi leaders have asked for an enduring relationship with America, and we are ready to begin building that relationship in a way that protects our interests in the region and requires many fewer American troops.
What a strange and bizarre development. For years, the Islamic world has feared that the West, led by the United States, has been out to invade and grab the land of Islam, that we have our eye on a permanent military presence in the Arab lands, that we are indeed the Crusaders once again set on aggression in the land of the Bible and of Muhammad. Has President Bush now handed the jihadists and the al-Qaeda recruiters the greatest possible recruitment poster by saying we're not only going to keep our presence in Iraq, but stay there? The half-century have already kept troops in Korea.
He talked about how the leaders of Iraq had gotten together, and the one thing they agreed upon was to ask the United States to enter into a long-term strategic relationship. And he's going to talk about that tonight, that he wants to go forward with this long-term strategic relationship, the kind we have, as you mentioned, in Korea, with Pakistan, India, Israel. What form it will take is uncertain. But it certainly means that there will be a significant commitment of U.S. assets in that region for a long time.
What was new tonight was about this enduring long-term commitment to Iraq. What we know is that the president met earlier today with a handful of journalists, and it's been reported out of that he talked about signing up an agreement with Iraq that would commit the United States to the security of Iraq in much the same way we've been committed to Korea. We have been now in Korea for over half a century. That was a major dramatic commitment by the United States that required the approval of the United States Congress. If the president is seriously talking about such a commitment, and he certainly hinted heavily at that tonight, that would be a major new commitment going well past his presidency and will cause a storm on Capitol Hill.
Well, his thinking is as follows, that this is necessary to calm the nerves of the Arab states, who he believes are quite concerned about the Iran and some of their activities, and that the only way to meet the request of the Iraqi government that's in place now is to have this kind of relationship, strategic relationship. After his initial drawdown by Christmas of some 5,000 troops and perhaps another 20,000 by July, at the end of 2008, by the best calculations, there will be anywhere from 90 to 110,000 troops still in Iraq. And if, in fact, there's going to be this long-term strategic relationship, that number will probably and will necessarily have to go down, but it indicates that we are in Iraq for the long, long haul.
What right does the United States government have to be in Iraq on a permanent basis? What right do we have?
And we've gone from a president who campaigns and he didn't want a nation build to now saying we're going to be there indefinitely forever.